Embark on a chilling journey through the annals of history, where humanity's battle against invisible enemies unfolds. From the shadows of antiquity to the modern era's bright lights, we uncover the tales of 10 of the deadliest diseases the world has ever seen. Number 10, malaria. Starting our list at number 10 is none other than malaria, the ancient scourge that's been playing hide and seek with humanity for thousands of years. But don't let its historical status fool you. Malaria is as deadly today as it was when it first made its grand entrance on the world stage. Malaria's modus operandi is nothing short of a biological masterpiece, albeit a sinister one. The mosquito, acting as the unwitting courier of the Plasmodium parasite, delivers its microscopic cargo with a single bite. From there, it's a race against time as the parasite makes its way to your liver, where it multiplies with the zeal of a conquistador before bursting forth into the bloodstream to commence its real reign of terror. Imagine, if you will, a warm, balmy night somewhere in the tropics, the kind of night that invites adventure and whispers of unseen worlds. Now imagine you're there, soaking in the beauty, inhaling the fragrant air, blissfully unaware of the microscopic drama unfolding with each mosquito that flits past. This is where malaria thrives, in the shadows, transmitted by the unassuming female Anopheles mosquito, a creature less than a fraction of your size, but with the power to bring you to your knees. The symptoms, you ask? They start innocuous enough: a fever, a headache, a sense of unease. But before you know it, you're caught in a tempest of high fevers, shaking chills, and profound sweats. It's like being on the worst roller coaster ride of your life, except you didn't sign up for it, and there's no getting off. In severe cases, malaria can lead to anemia, jaundice, and even failure of the kidneys or brain, turning a bad situation into a catastrophic one. Number 9, tuberculosis. Nestled in at number 9 is tuberculosis, or TB, an ancient nemesis with a knack for endurance. Picture this, a disease so old, it's practically part of humanity's furniture, lurking in the shadows, whispering tales of epochs gone by. TB is a master of stealth, airborne, riding on the breath of life itself. A cough, a laugh, a whisper, any of these can be the chariot for this age-old adversary. It prefers the lungs for its ghastly gatherings, turning every breath into a potential summons for its wrath. The symptoms start simple: a cough, a fever, a night sweat. But TB isn't one for the dramatic entrance. Instead, it prefers the slow reveal, gradually unveiling its presence, a testament to its patience and persistence. Yet here's the twist in our tale: humanity isn't one to bow down easily. Armed with vaccines and antibiotics, we've taken the fight to TB's doorstep, challenging its reign with every scientific breakthrough. The battle rages on, with drug-resistant strains upping the ante, but our resolve stands firm. Despite our advances, TB remains a formidable foe, with millions still caught in its grasp annually. It's a stark reminder of our shared vulnerability and the ongoing battle against an enemy as old as civilization itself. TB's story is not just a cautionary tale, but a beacon of hope, a reminder of our capacity to confront and combat the specters of our past. As we journey through the annals of deadly diseases, TB stands as a monument to human resilience, a challenge met with unwavering courage and relentless pursuit of victory. Number 8, hepatitis. Securing the 8th spot on our haunting list is Hepatitis B, a disease as stealthy as it is formidable. Imagine a Trojan horse, not of wood but billions of tiny viral particles, each one a ticket to a potential health nightmare. This is Hepatitis B, the silent invader that slips into the bloodstream, a serpent in the garden of your cells. Hepatitis B doesn't just knock on the door, it sneaks in, blending with your innermost biological processes, targeting the liver, the body's central processing unit. It's like a hacker gaining access to the mainframe, causing inflammation, and if unchecked, rewriting the code to script a tale of destruction, cirrhosis, or liver cancer. The transmission of this viral menace is as intimate as it is alarming. Through blood, through birth, through breaches in our bodily defenses. It's a reminder that our connections, the very essence of human contact, can sometimes be our Achilles heel. But here's where the plot thickens. Hepatitis B is a master of disguise, often silent, biding its time, showing no signs until the stage is set for a dramatic reveal. For some, it's a brief encounter, a battle fought and won. For others, it becomes a chronic shadow, a companion for life, whispering threats of long-term liver damage. Yet amidst the potential for tragedy, there's a vein of hope. Vaccination stands as a beacon, a shield against this silent invader, offering protection from the moment of birth. And while a cure remains elusive for those already in the grip of chronic hepatitis B, treatments have evolved, turning what was once a potential death sentence into a manageable condition. Number 7. HIV/AIDS. Claiming the 7th spot with the finesse of a cat burglar at a gala is HIV/AIDS, the ultimate uninvited guest in the bloodstream soiree. Picture this, your body's immune system, the ultimate VIP lounge, where white blood cells are the bouncers keeping the riffraff out. Along comes HIV, dressed in a viral tuxedo, tricking the bouncers and turning the once exclusive party into a free-for-all, leaving the immune system's defenses as compromised as a celebrity's phone number in a tabloid. HIV/AIDS doesn't just crash the party, it sets up shop, replicates, and spreads like that one rumor about you from high school that just won't die. It's a master of disguise, constantly changing its appearance to evade the immune system's paparazzi, making it the Houdini of the viral world. The modes of transmission? Oh, they're as personal as accidentally texting your ex at 2 a.m. Blood, sexual contact, and mother to child during birth or breastfeeding. It's like the virus is looking for any backstage pass to the main event. Now onto the sequel nobody asked for, AIDS. This is where HIV has partied so hard that the immune system's bouncers are nowhere to be seen, leaving the door wide open for opportunistic infections to waltz in, wearing whatever they please. It's the after party from hell, where the body's defenses are down, and illnesses that usually wouldn't even get past the velvet rope become life-threatening. But here's where human ingenuity enters the chat. Science, in its lab coat-clad glory, has been throwing punches with antiretroviral therapy, ART, turning what was once a death sentence into a manageable condition. It's like finding out the party crasher has a weakness for classical music and playing it on blast to keep them at bay. Number 6. Dengue Fever. Cruising into number 6 with the flair of a tropical storm is dengue fever, also known as breakbone fever, which honestly sounds like a punk rock band that decided to take a very literal approach to their name. Imagine a mosquito, the world's most lethal animal dressed in its black and white striped suit, buzzing around, looking for its next victim to invite to the worst party ever thrown. Dengue is like that one guest who throws up uninvited, drinks all your soda, eats all the cake, and leaves you feeling absolutely miserable. The symptoms? Oh, they're a real treat. High fever, severe headaches, and pain behind the eyes that feels like you've been binge-watching every sad movie ever made without a break. And let's not forget the joint and muscle pain so intense you'd swear you were transforming into a pretzel. The party doesn't stop there, though. In severe cases, dengue can escalate to hemorrhagic fever, where the plot thickens, and you start to think maybe you're in a horror movie. This sequel involves bleeding, blood plasma leakage, and even shock. It's like dengue decides to turn up the drama just when you thought you were getting to the credits. But here's the kicker. There's no blockbuster medication to treat dengue. Treatment is more of an indie film vibe, supportive care, staying hydrated, and taking pain relievers that don't make things worse. It's akin to putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg and hoping for the best. Number 5. Ebola. Sliding into the 5th spot with their dramatic flair of a Hollywood disaster movie is Ebola virus disease, also known as the plot twist in humanity's ongoing saga with Mother Nature. If diseases had red carpets, Ebola would be the star everyone talks about but secretly hopes never shows up. Imagine, if you will, a virus so lethal it seems straight out of a scriptwriter's fever dream, where the main characters are not actors but real people facing a reality more gripping than any fiction. Ebola is like that one guest at the party who doesn't just crash it, they bring the whole house down, leaving a trail of drama in their wake. The story begins in remote villages near tropical rainforests, where Ebola makes its grand entrance, not with a drum roll, but with fever, severe headache, muscle pain, and a sore throat. But it doesn't stop there. As the plot thickens, so do the symptoms, evolving into a full-blown thriller featuring vomiting, diarrhea, rash, and the kind of internal and external bleeding that would make even the most seasoned horror movie director blush. But here's the twist. Ebola spreads through human-to-human transmission, via close contact with the bodily fluids of infected persons or contaminated objects. It's like social networking gone horribly wrong, where every interaction has the potential to escalate the storyline to catastrophic levels. The outbreak of this viral menace is a tale of suspense, a race against time for medical teams and researchers battling to contain the spread, armed with nothing but hazmat suits and the hope of finding a cure. It's a David versus Goliath story, where sometimes David is running low on stones. Despite its deadly reputation, Ebola has a kryptonite. Early supportive care with rehydration and symptomatic treatment increases survival rates. And in a twist fit for the climax of our movie, vaccines have developed, offering a glimmer of hope in what seemed like a never-ending night. Number 4, COVID-19. Stepping into the spotlight at number 4 is COVID-19, a virus so ambitious it went global faster than a viral dance challenge on social media. Picture this, a world where every cough is a cliffhanger, every sneeze a plot twist, and every fever a suspense-filled moment, leading humanity through a saga that no screenwriter could have ever penned. COVID-19, or as it's officially known, SARS-CoV-2, didn't just crash the global party. It sent everyone home, turning bustling streets into scenes from a post-apocalyptic movie where the tumbleweeds are just missing. It's like nature's own reality show, featuring lockdowns, face masks, and the world's most unwelcome game of the floor is lava with human contact. But let's talk transmission, because COVID-19 spread with the ease of gossip in a small town. Airborne droplets, its preferred method of sharing the news. It turned close encounters of any kind into a high-stakes game of Russian roulette, where the bullets are invisible and everyone's playing whether they like it or not. The symptoms? Oh, they range from I might just be tired to I need to write my will, making it a master of suspense and leaving even the bravest souls checking WebMD at 2 a.m. Fever, cough, difficulty breathing, and for an added twist, loss of taste and smell, turning every meal into a bland rehearsal dinner nobody wanted to attend. And just when you thought the plot couldn't thicken any further, enter the variants, COVID-19's own spin-offs, each with a new set of challenges, proving that the virus, much like a bad reality TV star, knows how to keep the world talking. Yet in this global thriller, heroes emerged in the form of healthcare workers, scientists, and essential workers, the real MVPs who stood on the front lines, armed with PPE and determination, facing down the virus in a battle for the ages. Vaccines rolled out with the speed of a season finale plot twist, offering hope and a shot, literally at turning the tide against our microscopic antagonist. It's a testament to human ingenuity and collaboration, a collective effort to close the curtains on a show nobody asked for. Number 3, The Plague. Securing the third spot with the tenacity of a pop song that just won't leave the charts, The Plague, also known as the Black Death, has been hitting humanity's world tour like the worst comeback album ever released. Imagine, if you will, a disease so relentless, it's like the original influencer of pandemics, setting trends in the Middle Ages that nobody wanted to follow. The plague wasn't just a one-hit wonder, it had several chart-topping moments throughout history, each time remixing its devastating impact. Caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, it's like nature decided to drop the bass with flea-infested rats as its roadies, spreading the love in the most grotesque way possible. Transmission was a medieval viral marketing campaign gone horribly right, with fleas jumping from rats to humans faster than gossip in a small town, proving that even back then influencers had reach. Symptoms were nothing short of theatrical, with buboes, swollen lymph nodes that would put any special effects makeup to shame, fevers soaring higher than summer temperatures in Death Valley, and a death toll that made the Grim Reaper consider early retirement. But here's where it gets interesting. Just when you thought the plague had faded into the obscurity of history, like bell-bottoms and disco, it pops up again, proving it's the sequel nobody asked for or wanted. It reminds us that history loves reruns, and sometimes they're not in HD. Number 2, Smallpox. Earning the runner-up spot in our pandemic pageant is smallpox, the disease that could give any modern influencer a run for their money when it comes to going viral. Picture smallpox as the blockbuster baddie of infectious diseases, with a career spanning centuries and a penchant for dramatic entrances and exits. Smallpox was not just any villain. It was the Moriarty of microbes, the Darth Vader of diseases, complete with a fearsome reputation and the ability to strike fear into the hearts of populations far and wide. Its method of operation, a contagion so efficient it made the common cold look like amateur hour. With its signature look, a rash that could turn any complexion into a connect-the-dots puzzle, smallpox was the trendsetter nobody wanted to emulate. This disease didn't just leave a mark on individuals, it scarred civilizations, reshaping the course of history with its virulent touch. From pharaohs to peasants, no one was immune to its capricious whims. It was as democratic as a disease could get, proving that in the realm of infectious diseases, everyone's VIP. But here's where the plot thickens, and the tale takes a turn towards the triumphant. Enter Edward Jenner, the unlikely hero with a milkmaid, a cow, and a daring idea. Vaccination, the plot twist in this saga, debuted with all the fanfare of a groundbreaking invention, turning the tide in humanity's ongoing battle against smallpox. Jenner's method was the equivalent of using the enemy's playbook against them, a strategy so bold it would make Sun Tzu nod in approval. The eradication of smallpox is the season finale we all hope for, a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. It's the story of how we took one of nature's most notorious killers off the board, proving that sometimes the pen, or in this case the needle, is mightier than the sword. Number 1. Spanish flu. Taking the grand finale spot, not by popular demand but by sheer impact, is the Spanish flu. Think of it as the world's most unwelcome encore, a pandemic that hit the stage in 1918 just as the curtains were drawing on World War I, proving that sometimes history has a sick sense of timing. The Spanish flu, a misnomer that stuck like a bad nickname from high school, didn't actually originate in Spain. It's just that Spain, being neutral in the war and having less media censorship, reported on it more freely. Thus, the virus got a branding makeover it never asked for, becoming the most infamous influenza of the 20th century. With a cast as wide as a third of the global population, the Spanish flu was like a blockbuster disaster movie, except the special effects were all too real. Symptoms escalated from 0 to 100 real quick, turning healthy individuals into bedridden patients with alarming speed. It was the kind of flu that made the common cold look like a mere rehearsal, a main act that brought unprecedented mortality rates, leaving no corner of the globe untouched. But here's where the dark comedy comes in. The virus targeted the young and healthy, the very demographic that's usually spared the wrath of infectious diseases. It was as if the Spanish flu was trying to invert the natural order, picking off the prime of the population with a peculiar preference for plot twists. The aftermath was a world irrevocably changed, with families mourning and societies struggling to recover. The Spanish flu became the benchmark for pandemics, a grim reminder of nature's ability to upend civilization with microscopic agents of chaos.